Very good morning from Bali. The sky is beautifully clean. There's an expanded view. This is the place that I stay. Yesterday, I had the opportunity of attending my first ceremony here, and I was really honored because the family I stay with they invited me to their local communal space where a lot of families were there, and some lessons I learned from them, which maybe can help you in your life. I'll share here in a very heart to heart manner. The sun is shining, I'm sweating a little bit, my shades are helping me talk to you clearly. And if there's any background noise, I think you can cope with it because I think these messages will really change how you see life. So, yesterday's festival is a part of 6 different rituals that happen as per the Balinese calendar after every 35 days of the Western calendar. So, it was Tumpek Bubuh. It is there to celebrate fertility of the land, plants, nature, and the giving nature of this cosmos that gives us, in line with the three Hita Karana philosophy of Bali: self, other, nature as godliness, more integrated, more em- embodied part of spirituality and religion. And what I noticed yesterday at the temple was similar. There were dances, there were music, there was everything going on, but there was no performance. Everyone was present, which kind of made me more present as well, like just being in the moment. Coincidentally, my phone's data finished. I wasn't taking any photos. I didn't want to do that because I value culture. I don't want, even locals can take photos. I don't want to. I want to be present. And my phone being without any data helped me. And three things that I realized firstly was that when you slow life down, when you stop these projections that we've become so used to in our head, life reveals much more to us. So I, in that present moment, which was initially a little awkward because you're at a new place, new people, they're looking at you, you're like, from someone else. I was wearing Balinese clothes for the first time in public, so I was feeling that. But then when I overcome that, when I overcome and I don't have a phone to look at, then I am actually giving myself a chance to be present, to look at people wholly, and to be looked at wholly. And that creates that present feeling, which reveals so much, not just thoughts, but a lot of good energy that comes through it. I watched how people were unself conscious. They're not performing religion, they're not doing it to show it to everyone. They were just into it. And that's the crux about Balinese people. They're not doing their spiritual practices to perform for someone else. They're doing it just because they are doing it. So that was very essential. Second was that everyone was taking, then everyone had a food, everyone had food later, so everyone was taking only as much as is enough for them. What I look at different places is people like overfeed themselves. No, this is again one more thing that we learned from yesterday's ceremony is that we will take from nature as much as we need. We don't want to slash down the tree or have all the fruits for ourselves, knowing that we can't eat all of them. We'll only take as much as is enough for us on our plate. So remember that. Yes, there is abundance, yes, there is everything, but a responsible, conscious soul will know what is enough for them. Will not hoard, will not be greedy, will take as much as enough, because abundance is not about hoarding and having everything in life. It's about having enough to be able to spend on what you like, what makes you thrive, what makes life good for you. I'm not saying be poor and choose poverty, but do not choose things out of greed. So that was a very big lesson again. And as the light plays with me, I'll change my angle a little bit. And uh, thirdly, what I also realized was that in order to totally integrate one's life, one has to learn from these people. They were happy in their own performances, in their own zones. They are not doing things just to prove a point. And if we can live like that in this digital era where there's so much proving, then I think we will be at peace, calmness. There was a beautiful calmness to me as I came out of the place. And in the evening, I spent time with one of my Spanish friends, a friend from the Caribbean, a friend from Germany. Beautiful, nice souls who've been on journeys. So while you remove your own projections, you remove all performance, you make yourself ready for other people who are on similar journeys. But if you are in that journey of projection and playing and games and attention and validation, you will find such people who are also playing roles, and that will keep you away, keep your nervous system out of regulation. And in these conversations, we were discussing life, emotions, spiritual paths, positive and negative placebos, things that matter and make our lives as a community better. I was learning something, I was teaching something, and it was a beautiful mix of conversations we had. First in the sauna at the gym, then later on at the eating place that we go to, and some of the lessons there were magical. One was, if we allow ourselves to start living with unanswered questions, we will liberate ourselves from any attachment, because eventually all answers are within. Second is positive and negative placebos work, and the greedy people and the negative people of the society take, all the unaware people take advantage of it or get succumbed by them. They are just placebos that we tell to ourselves. So what you're willing to believe about yourself or about life is your truth and will make life change for you. So do not impose it to anyone else, but have such beliefs. If I believe that I'm doing Surya Namaskar 6 times on Sunday and it makes my Sunday better, if I do my morning rituals and it makes my life better, if it's meditation, breath work, whatever it is for me, I can't impose it to anyone else. They have their own life. They can have their own rituals, but have something you have faith in. Faith in life, faith in the gratitude of life. And if we remain like that, in faith, in love, and with gratitude, we will fulfill our dreams. Yeah. And my mother's dream yesterday, she's like, this world needs more motivational speakers. So why don't you, further give more of what you have? You have such high potential. And I was like, when the time is right, when the time is ripe, the fruit will come and the people will relish it. I can't pretend to be something I'm not, but if I can inspire, then that's my path. And if my mother's blessings are there, because she's the reason I do this. She's a survivor of cancer, and that's when I decided to inspire the world. So I have a big why, not just influence and collaborate and make some money. Not all that. It's a big inspiration, a big why. I've also dedicated my life to preventive health and helping youngsters, because I've lost friends to addictions and drugs abuse and alcohol. So, in memory of them, in memory of their good lives, and in memory of other people who wanted to inspire the world, but in their journey of inspiration, life lost them. I had lost few friends to mountains, their expeditions, and to honor their life, I do this. I try to reach out. I try to live in places which is expensive. I take it on my own money. I don't take money from anyone else. I coach, but I coach in an honorable way. The right people, few people, not groups, not making or selling business out of it. But at the same time, living to thrive, living to set an example and embodiment of abundance. So with that, I think I'm empowered and I'm lucky and fortunate to be in spaces, in places where I can learn and get these lessons and relay them to you. If they change your life in any way, you can follow my channel. Even if you don't, please carry this message with you, learn something and move forward, because if you move forward, the world moves forward, and that's what I'm here for.